Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Ritt. I'm an artist and a tarot reader, and today's reading is in a very interesting configuration because 4 cards came out that are kind of a piece. Sometimes as a reader, it just feels like these cards will be going together. They'll be kind of like one big section of the reading. And they speak to our present. And this is interesting too because the way this feels is that our present is still bleeding out into our past and our future. So the sense I'm getting is that we've been kind of having to pass up situations that don't serve us, and whereas that can feel very clinical and cold, it's kind of anything but clinical or cold. The way it feels to me is that we've been, at least on that emotional level, it's as if we've been having to make peace with letting go certain dreams coming true with certain people. There's just this feeling of kind of having to let go of whatever expectations, and I'll broaden that out to whatever expectations we had for situations, for people, for relationships going forward. It feels as if we've had to let go, and that's been a choice. You know, it's been a conscious choice to kind of let those fall by the wayside, and that has not been easy. You know, again, I feel as if my language is kind of deceptive because I'm making it sound easy when it's anything but easy. And at the same time, we're getting new information that allows us to, once again, go our own way, rise above the darkness, recognize that within ourselves, but also go our own way. And yeah, we're at a very interesting point in time where we're having to make our own way forward, and we're having to recognize what hasn't been working. And that's on a very personal level, relationships within our own lives that we maybe are having to let go of, structures within our own lives. And I know Lee Harris talks about this too. The personal, the situations that are very close to us mirroring much bigger things like government, world leaders, all that fun political stuff. Ways that things have kind of semi-worked that aren't even doing that anymore. So there's definitely that aspect to this as well. Also, again, in having to make our own way forward, in having to kind of find a new way that works for us, and in having to really undergo whatever death of old thinking there is, whatever, I feel as if there's a lot of pain in the having to let go. I'm seeing that here with 10 of Swords. So this also speaks to just our present situation. It's just a lot of death in relation to rebirth. And because swords are air, and they so often they speak to our mind, our ways of thinking, this is kind of like die off of old thought patterns, but also it's such a visceral image, and so it relates to, and this is an interesting message that's coming through actually, how our thoughts are hurting us, or how they have been hurting us, how these old ways of thinking and being have caused us pain. This is not even just me speaking. It's not even just the higher wisdom that's coming through me. It's been in the air. It's been in other conversations I've had with friends. It's been in other energy workers, other light workers, other healers. it's a collective awareness of die-off of old systems, old thought patterns, and specifically, I do feel like old ways of thinking. So we're right in the middle of a lot here, and that is really frippin' intense. So yeah, and then also specifically, I do feel like within the personal realm of things, I feel like here you have 10 of Cups. Now, 10s also speak to endings. I'm thinking of tarot teachings here. Numerologically speaking, these are endings of old cycles. 10 of Cups, actually, it speaks to a kind of looking forward, and I do feel like it's speaking very directly to our hopes and to our dreams. Cups are water, and so they get into that emotional, touchy-feely territory. And here it's reversed, and I am getting that message of having to let go old hopes, old dreams, old things that maybe we've even outgrown. You know, there's kind of a recognition of what's not serving us here. And so having to let those things fall by the wayside as we heal, as we move forward, as we feel our pain, you know, as we own our pain differently and move forward from there, the ending of a cycle. And as that happens, this is what I'm getting. Here you have 8 of Wands. Rods and wands are the same. It's the fire element. This speaks to information coming through. This speaks to news in transit. It's a very exciting energy. I like it because there's kind of this element of surprise. You know, it's often information that we've wanted to know, that energy that kind of refreshes and can actually, what I'm getting within this specific context too is affirm things for us and kind of replenish our life force. I'm getting that as well. So this, it speaks to, and I know I've felt this way lately, divine information coming in, information that allows me to put the pieces together differently than I ever have before. So this is powerful energy, and it's next to the Devil reversed. Now, this is the darkness that we are in the process of looking at, examining, owning differently, and also rising above, also transcending. And so I feel as if we're going to be getting some very life-affirming messages that let us know that we're on the right path, that let us know that we are transcending, let us know that we are also light as much as we are dark, you know? And yeah, just what beautiful energy that is. So there is a feeling of kind of transcending, transmuting, moving beyond, finding ways past, through and past. So that's what I'm getting here. And also we have the Hierophant, which feels like old systems breaking down, you know? Again, I've said this before, but this isn't even new to me. It's in the air, you know? This is stuff that's happening around the world. This stuff is happening. So Hierophant speaks to structure and order and power and conventional wisdom, the ways things have always been done. There's also that element of spirituality and religion and teachers, you know, I mean, this speaks to that as well. But it speaks to systems. It speaks more broadly to systems and working within systems. And here it's reversed. Here it feels like a parting of the ways that's actually liberating. This can be family systems. This can be government systems. This can be old schools of thought that just don't serve us anymore. This can be a relationship with one other person, and maybe that person was more of a teacher and we felt more like the student. You know, it's just that feeling of like we've grown and we've outgrown maybe even what we took for being the only true reality. We've outgrown that. You know, we're moving past whatever shadow elements were in these old systems. We are moving past as we work through them within ourselves, because inner and outer are so divinely connected, right? So there's that thread throughout all of these readings as well. It's the thing that speaks to law of attraction and energy and mirroring within relationships, that emotional connection as well. So all these interconnected bits and pieces that make up our humanity that are actually really beautiful, and that also, for me, they form kind of a blueprint that allows me to read for all of you and speak to what I know to be true for myself, what I've learned, the wisdom that I've gleaned from my lived experience as well. So, powerful, powerful stuff that we are right in the thick of. And I do feel as if, so you have here, this is in the future position. I feel as if it's going to be really important for us as we make our way forward. This energy is reversed. Now this speaks to wholeness. This speaks to, thinking of Chris at Minopon Tarot talking about completion. It's also that thing with the circular component of the World card. This speaks to us owning our autonomy. This speaks to our freedom as autonomous beings on this planet. You know, there's also that aspect to this beautiful, beautiful energy. And I feel like it's reversed here because this is something that we are having to cultivate in the wake of a lot of fallout, in the wake of a lot of pain, a lot of letting go old expectations, a lot of just a lot of everything we're coming through. I feel as if it's going to be really important for us to show ourselves in all of these smaller ways that we still have our power, that we still have our freedom, that we still have the ability to really own and voice our emotions, if only to ourselves. You know, that all of these things are a part of what we're going through. It's going to be really important for us to be able to own our power. And even just the feeling that I'm getting here is, because this hasn't gone away, right? It's just that because of the sheer intensity of these situations, these energies that we're in the middle of, it feels like our power has gone away when in actuality, it hasn't. But it's going to be really important for us to reclaim. I think that's a good word. So what I'm getting, that's what I was saying. What I'm getting from this is that this is about us showing us our power, having it be between us and us, you know? Because when we do that, we lift ourselves back up. We feel the wholeness of this energy. We even just tap back into this energy, you know? We embrace who we are, and it allows us once again to transcend whatever darkness has been holding us back, you know? So that's what I see going forward, that it's just going to be really important for us to show ourselves in little ways that we are powerful, whether that is speaking our emotions out loud. I know I talked about that in the last reading, Therapy in a Nutshell, excellent channel. She speaks to naming our emotions, which allows the energy to shift. So whether it's that process for us, whether it's journaling, writing in some way, whether it's creating. I know that Lee Harris talks about the healing component of creating something new. I feel that every time I create a painting for myself. Whether that's showing ourselves all of the things that are in fact life-giving and beneficial that are also in our experience right now, you know, because this energy can so easily overshadow all of the wonderful things that are working for us, you know, because those things exist as well. And the more we pay attention to them, the more we can kind of continue to transmute this energy of darkness. I mean, really, devil just speaks to human limitations. That's how I see it. I don't actually believe in a hell, but I do feel that it's easy for us to create our own. And so this is actually moving past that creation as we own our power and create in ways that actually lift us up. I feel like that's what this is about more than anything. So we allow ourselves access to this energy anytime we talk about what's actually working for us, what we appreciate in our lives, what we're grateful for. And again, I feel like thanking Lee Harris for that, just talking to what we're grateful for, you know, what we're feeling in the moment, whatever that is, you know, naming that out loud. That's therapy in a nutshell. Journaling, creating in some way. I feel like, again, all these things allow us access to our power. Making decisions that just feel right on a gut level, that gives us access to this. So in the coming days, it's just going to be really important for us to show ourselves our power, our autonomy, our sense of personal freedom. And it's through all of the little ways of being able to show ourselves that in turn can be communicated to us, and we really feel this energy and the uplift of this energy. So yeah, this is a powerful, powerful reading, and I hope that you all are continuing to live your best lives, and just know that the heaviness, not only will the heaviness pass and shift away from us, and not only will we be able to tap into this energy if we only let ourselves, but this kind of adversity, it's the stuff that allows us to rebuild and thrive in new ways going forward. If we have the strength, if we have the ability to reflect, if we draw upon our creative forces, we will be able to lift ourselves up and really thrive. And in the meantime, I hope that you all have a wonderful day, or a satisfying day, or a day where you at very least can find a little bit of peace within yourselves and hold on to that. And for any of you interested in supporting me and supporting this channel, I know I always point this out, but please go ahead and check out my Patreon. It's a wonderful way to connect with me and be part of this community that I'm growing on there. So the link is down below, and I will see you again, talk to you again soon. Bye for now.